Can the cards in the latest Flesh and Blood set find balance? It's time to look at Everfest by the numbers. Hi friends, welcome back to Nearly Sane Games. I'm Neil, and today we're looking at the balance of cards in Everfest. Now Everfest cards have a lot of new abilities, so I will be trying to assume that these abilities are balanced and assigning a value that matches that. So then we can look at future cards that use similar abilities and see how they balance. Now there are some cards that have multiple abilities on them and that you get to choose, and I will try to score the ability with the most value and use that as the value of the card. And we also have some cards that have a lot of complex abilities or unique abilities like Life of the Party that I will be scoring together just as the card itself will say Life of the Party as the ability, and we'll score it from there. Just because those abilities are not likely to show up again and we don't really have anything else to compare those to. So those will kind of be their own unique thing. I'll be going through each card that has a balance that's above or below the normal balance, and we'll just ignore all the other cards that are considered balanced. You can check out all the cards in my spreadsheet, which I'll leave a link in the description below. And with that said, let's get into it.
I'll begin with Brute. We have two cards with no ability to block. Like other Brute no-block cards, we don't get any additional power for this sacrifice, so we end up with underpowered cards. For Guardian, we have a new ability, Heave 3. This easily balances out with Thunderquake as a 10-point ability. This makes Pulverize a monster at 30 points. Seismic Stir, however, should probably cost 1 resource less. Looking at Ninja, Spring Tidings is a bit above the curve. Wax On the other hand, could have used an additional point of defense. Next up is Warrior. Blade Runner looks like it will be a powerful addition to decks that use one-handed weapons. Interestingly, Outland Skirmish is the first action card that will grant the player only a single copper token. As such, it turns out to be a little bit underpowered. As we move to Mechanologist, Zoom In and Rotary Ram are both a little overpowered. We have seen all these abilities before in previous sets. With Ranger, we can see that Tri-Shot has a little bit of extra power. On the other hand, Rain Razors is weak, and Release the Tension could have used another point of block. We finally have a set where Runeblade did not get a ton of overpowered toys. Drowning Dire, Reek of Corruption, and Shrill of Skullform are all a bit below the curve. I personally don't mind Runeblades actually having to pay for their abilities. Wizards have one new overpowered toy with Emirdist Scolding. I'm not looking forward to seeing this headed towards me on my turn. Commoner Illusionists get a powerful new tool with Phantasmal Haze. Meanwhile, Veiled Intentions fails to impress. This leaves us with the generics. The Carnival slot has given us a lot of talismans and potions with strange requirements. I will force most of these to balance, but I'm left with a few that do not. Healing Potion has a little more juice than the others. Amulet of Assertiveness and Potion of Seeing still leave a little bit to be desired.
So that's it. That's the balance of all the action cards in Everfest. What do you think? What cards do you think are overpowered or underpowered? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, I'm Neil, and you've been watching Nearly Sane Games.